Top to morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Growler was in Seven Deadly Sins. So, Growler, let me get this thing out of the way first before we begin. So, Growler is a Titan guy. Basically, like, he's bigger than a planet, you might say. But he he wears, or he actually has the power to transform into small to be with his sister or be with his, like, because his friend is King and Joel. Yeah. And like all the basically everyone respects him. Because one, they don't want him mad as a like lobster. If he gets mad, he could easily crush the entire world with just one full hand. And this is his, or I didn't find out any good picture of what he would look like, but I'll use this one. So basically, like him looking like that, but without that face. But he's pretty good with, because the sorry, the when he is like in his human form, like his that form, he attracts a lot of women. Like, so this is details one. So yeah. So so now we got that out of the way. So plus this. Sorry about that. I had to cough out something. So you know, the but when he was born, he was born earn earn uh, like a same thing as what, or born the same age of everything to Lady, or I almost said Lady Nangan from My Hero Academia. I meant Diane, and yeah, the stomping girl. Yeah. So yeah, he at first she was like, come on, big brother, let's play. Okay. As they start like playing around, throwing boulders at each other to see who can get a knockdown. And their like friend, or their, he has two sisters. One is her, one is the, yeah, her. So they start playing around, goofing off, and like and he went and walked around a bit. And he was the size of a, like her, but he's still growing. So, yeah. he grew to a size of what you see on your screen right now. He basically is twice as powerful. Sorry. He's twice as powerful as Droll when he was small. He accidentally lifted the bunch of or entire island when he was just a toddler. Because when he was Grumpy Pants, of course, only people that could calm him down is the giant race. He's laying. He lived the entire near island and from the bottom or underwater. It's like a Hulk, but he could do it with one hand over his head. And as Droll, well, always he's or actually, his sister says, "Come on, big brother, set the land down." Okay. As he placed it right back. As some people are being and some of them are scared because they might end up in the water. Sorry. But some of them are mad at him for being too clumsy. Plus, their parents agreed. So, what did they do? They got rid of him. Abandoned him from their territory thing. As who does that? Who bans their kid that could literally lift the island by one hand? Well, of course, Diane feels bad because her brother, or her and her feel bad for their brother. So, he says, I'm going to go away for a while. As he went into a cave away from everything. And then he discovered his magical power of transform. So he transformed literally into a young adult. Or into him. So, yeah. And they made a suit of armor for him. I just used this image. So, yeah, he basically is stronger than anyone. He was basically he could lift the entire kingdom all the way over his head. But he could still do the island, but he chose not to. Plus, his aura might attract some attractive girls to his location. And he gets adopted by, or actually he got sniffed out by her. And my other chicks. Yeah. Oh, this is way before the Holy War thing. So, yeah. So, yeah. He participated in Holy War. Yeah. As, hold on. Sorry about that. I'm kind of winded. So, and this is the rebooted one, so don't worry. So, he was, where he actually got adopted to the goddess race. Because they see him as a true ally. As he doesn't age when he's in his magical power human form. So, yeah. All those goddesses, including I forget, not Bloody any Elizabeth, because she's already has her sights on Meliodas. Yeah. So, he, participated in there. So, yeah. Basically, he did do, face off against her, but he knows that he's an honest race, but it doesn't make sense for you. Sorry. So, her heart is battling against her. So, yeah. He basically was, heck, his let's go home growler, her, let's brawl with them, against them. As he agrees, and he used the special power of earthquake slam as he stomps his foot so hard that even when like it made a giant hand and just wha-bam! Yeah. So she is basically between her and I forget the other guy's name, the one that trickster guy with a short mustache. So both of them transformed into the monsters but he says, or he had his hand out like, no, I'll take care of them. So you want to see a monster form, right? I'll give you a monster form. As he deactivated his spell or his transformation thing, and here he comes, the biggest version of a giant or titan form. Yeah. So, or I should say Galactus form. So when everybody saw how big he is, they were terrified. Like, I mean, yeah. He basically used one finger and like went all the way down. And like, oh, yeah. So, yeah. That's what happened. Don't worry. He's only about the size of Galactus. So, yeah. So he used his powers again to shrink back up to Chuck. Yeah. Sorry about that. My voice decided to go. So yeah. So when he came back, a bunch of humans worship him as of the Titan. Basically, when Droll saw him, he immediately went, "Oh, crud! Run!" As they all, like, everybody ran. And, like, they just straight up put them into his own attacks. Like, Droll Smash! Yeah. So, yeah. Now times, or like skip time thing. So he is a holy knight. But, hold on, before I get ahead of myself, the growler has a special power when he's in his human form to copy replace him. It's a unique special ability of his. Like he takes like Gil Thunders and replaces him, or like copies him, replaces him, so that the copied one takes all the damage and the original one's safe. So he did that to save the. And the copied, or no, the original one is inside his body. So no one knows what really happened. Like, they don't even know, or even Gil Thunder doesn't even know what the heck. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. So he's a holy knight that's tracking down all 7 deadly sins. And plus, Lady Diane doesn't even remember him. Neither does his or her sister. So he basically, or in this timeline, she might be, or in this, like, what if she is the sister to her? So, yeah. So then, yeah. So Gil Thunder is like, is like, as he battles against, and like, or he, between him and, or sorry, between him and him, went to a forest of white dreams to go to as the Grand Masters is told them to go, or told him to go with. So he went as he chugs the beer thing, as he's like, not bad. Sorry. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, between her and her got, or no, her, she got, like, separated to, because she wants him to be with her. Yeah. Definitely not Greenmore, her girlfriend slash wife. Spoiler, sorry. So, yeah. As he starts walking normally, and he starts, as he says, guess some giant lives around here. As Seven Deadly Sins, Diane doesn't recognizes him at all. She was trying to figure out who he is. As Gil Thunder being, Gil Thunder. He does the same thing in anime or in canon, but as he is like, as Lady Diane and does this, but Growler knows who Lady Diane is. A couple of times he almost says he meets sister, but he covers his face with his own hands so that no one can hear him. So they do these missions, time skip to against where is that? I just had it a minute ago. Sorry. Against him because he transformed into him. And you know who's actually in love with him? Is her. Because she doesn't want to have nobody else. So he both are, both her and I forget her name, the one that's oh my goodness, that's with orange hair. The one that I just had a minute ago. Her are fighting each other for his love. So, yeah, time skip to battling him. As he says, as he says this, I'm getting really upset. As Lady Diane doesn't even, as he transformed into or to the same size as his sisters, so that it doesn't evolve around his suspicions. So he starts pounding on them. So yeah, he starts pounding on, he used simple techniques to try to kill him. As he says, you are sure lucky that I'm not in my true form, or my base form. As he says, why? Now it's a time to be truthful, to So, as he, and only person that really knew who, oh, he is the big brother to, was Gother. Yeah, because one time he actually meant the original person, the creator of Gother. Spoilers. So, yeah. Then Gother, the doll, says, what's up, Growler? Nothing much. How about you? As Lady Diane looks at, or is in deep thought because she doesn't even know who Growler is until he said, "Hey, baby sister." As she couldn't believe her eyes. She realized when they were just toddlers, he always told them that is in, or he always tells her that he's or she's gonna be a toddler of the bunch. So yeah. So she couldn't believe that her own brother is standing right in front of her, or standing right in front of that demon looking thing. So yeah, he basically says, I finally stopped growing. And so did anything change when I... Okay. So he basically pummels the villain all the way down to the center of the earth. As ultimate revenge counter fist. Boom. As he punched the... So yeah. As everyone that heard that Diane's or Growler is actually the big brother to Diane, she couldn't believe her, or they couldn't believe their eyes. As he well. As his sister was embarrassed to say, but as Bond is asked, or no, King asked, what and do you mean by Diane's brother, big brother? Yeah, but she totally forgot about me after I saw her face in that forest of white dreams. Then only I heard about the giants got eradicated by something. So I had to step in. I am actually a titan. As Diane and heard about the titans, how they create earthquakes or anything, and they are size of they could be taller than the entire planet, bigger than it. So yeah, he basically learned how to control his human ability to train and transform into his human or hit back to his original form or original size. So yeah. As yeah, he guess you're a titan, right? Go figure. We need someone that's twice as tall. So yeah, then the Holy War started, and the all that stuff. So he basically, as Joel and him were good friends. So when he saw Henman's big form, like he was the size of he was a literal titan. That's how big he is. So he steps right over the entire rock thing, and as he walks over and he gives a good high five to Joel, and he says, "Huh? Did I miss anything, Joel?" Nothing too special. Huh. But I finally stopped growing. Huh. Let me guess, you're the size of a big planet because you're a titan. Yeah. So, yeah. So when she heard that her brother is a titan, she couldn't believe it. So she literally, or he grew to the size of Droll so that to keep eye contact with her. So he basically, yeah. So she basically ran to him and gave him a hug. Yeah. As she starts tearing up because she couldn't believe that her own brother is back. So, yeah. So then the horse, he was ready to begin. or souls. And yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah. The Droll and Fairy King, the one that I think the first Fairy King or any other. So yeah. He basically is ready. Or so yeah. He basically says is that. And let's do a time skip all the way to the like Meliodas becomes like that. So yeah, so she ends up or before she ends up noticing that he's not like the others. So she likes the thing because her favorite like thing race was a Titan race. So because they're so unique and different. But he was born from a like he is a Titan or he's born as a Titan, but he's a giant thing. So she likes him. So yeah, between her, that orange-haired girl. Let me pull up a picture of what she looks like. Her and Jiro. Earl. Yeah. He were basically are tough as nails. So yeah. So they are all three of them are fighting each other's. But they one day they actually went up and asked him who would he date. First, leave it in the comments below before I spoil it. So, of who would you choose? A, the her. B, Jiro. Or C, the girl that's in the red dress. I forget her name. To be shipped with Growler. So, I'll just say he or D, all of them, all four or all three of them. So yeah, it was D. So yeah, he doesn't mind dating three people at once. So yeah, and he in the fight thing, and then after the fight thing, all three of them like he he basically beats a crud out of Meliodas or Demon King, like stomping on him, and like he says, "Huh, I might be small, but you know what? I'm bigger than you." As he like stomps on him and like full outraged, and yeah. And he basically took out all the 10 Commandments by himself, and he actually ate all of them. like his stomach thing can hold all of them, and imprisoning the Demon King inside of his own body so that he can never die. Yeah. So, yeah. Then all that stuff. And this is the 4-part What If series that I'm making for 4 parts. So, alright. So, stay tuned. And, yeah. So, let's begin. Or, let's finish this one. Because I already did one before this one. So, yeah. And they all are all alive that they. So, all 4 of them, she knows, or they know that he's a Titan that are bigger than the planet. So, yeah. He basically is good with that. So, he has 4 children. Or, like, they got married and had 4 children. And he actually, he does beat him at the, because how big he was, yeah. But he spends more time with his family and his friends and his loved ones. As, yeah, he basically did that. And now, goodbye. See you in the part 3 of this today's What If. So,